it became a part in society where I could sell my past. So all my books got sold. I've done the movies, made the thing. But right now they put a cap on that.
Yeah.
And I've got a question. But you're getting some lengthy old answers here, you know.
It is very
this is uneditable stuff.
Yeah. Moving on to Bronson, what's your opinion on Tom Hardy's performance in the film?
I think he played it very, very well. I know Charlie Bronson very, very well.
Yeah.
I'll give you an address to write to him
Yeah.
after this, and he will, you know, you can talk to him, tell him what you've just done, and I've just given a little interview, blah, 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 and he'll write back to you.
Oh, no, that'd be great, yeah, because I've been trying to find one.
No, cool. So I'll arrange all that for you.
Oh, wicked, yeah.
I think Tom Hardy played a wicked part.
Yeah.
He came here, he done a bit of, I'd done technical advising for Tom Hardy. He was here in this house.
Yeah.
I'll try and get you his number to talk to.
That would be great as well.
In a minute, I'll try and get you a ring him in a minute, and if he answers the phone, you can film it talking to him, right?
Oh, that'd be, yeah.
But I don't know who it is at the moment who's doing Charlie Bronson's PR, PA, managerial stuff.
Yeah.
But in the position he's in, he only comes up for parole once every 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't know who said, bring out that film which makes you look the nuttiest prisoner England's ever had in the same week as you're going to go, can I come home early? You know, not the best career move I've ever seen. You understand what I mean? I thought it was a good little film. I thought it was a fantastic little film, you know? But it did actually make him look as nutty as he is.
Yeah.
And I've got some Charlie Bronson stories that will crack you right up.
Yeah.
You know, he'd fall over on the floor. Funny man, right? A clever bloke. And the problem where Charlie Bronson's concerned is this. Right now, the authorities do have a point in saying we can't ever let him out.
Yeah.
They're right in that. But where the crime is he wasn't actually that when he went in.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't actually that kind of person when he went in there.
Yeah.
Right? And keeping anyone in solitary confinement for 22 years would turn you cuckoo.
Enough to make you mental, yeah.
You understand what I mean? So, yes, they're right in going, it'd kill me for this, but yes, they're right in saying, no, you can't let him out. But he wasn't actually that when he went in. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, somewhere in there they've done something wrong somewhere. You know, I'm not going to turn it into an anti-establishment interview, but that is the truth of it. You know, I've known him a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good film.
If it was all down to you.
He had no input in that whatsoever. He earned not one pence out of it, not 1p. And what they intended to get out of it was notoriety for his calls of, please let me out early because they're keeping me in here for too long. That's what the man was led to believe would happen with the popularity of his film coming out. But don't forget, he's been kept in a wardrobe for 26 years or whatever it is. So he's lost all real vision of reality, right? And he had no input into that film whatsoever, and he thought that that would actually bring his, I've been in here too long. He was only sentenced to 7 years, he's done 26.
Yeah.
Keeps doing things wrong and adding it on. And to his plight of please let me out, he thought a film being made about him would propel it into more people knowing about his problem, but it didn't, did it?
No, I think it did the total opposite.
Yeah, exactly, you're right, yeah. But he didn't know that, and no one could tell him that. And he went, a film about me? Wow, everyone, you understand what I mean? Not realising that, you know, you've got no idea what people think of you out there.
Yeah, these things happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Different times though, If it was all down to you, would you let him out or keep him in? If you had that
right now,
kind of power,
I'd have to go, you couldn't let him out.
Yeah.
Right now. You know, maybe with some more, you know, because right now he's still in solitary confinement.
Yeah.
They're still debating on whether to let him out in the normal prison population and meeting people because he loses his temper too quick.
Yeah.
So to let him out from solitary confinement to be someone's next door neighbour would not be the smartest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. In the film The Crows, do you think it's a true representation of what they were really like?
Not at all. I can actually speak more on them than any other little films. I knew them very, very, very well. I was their legs and arms when I was in there. And the film was meant as more of an epic. There was an extra 90 minutes in it than was shown. And when it was finished, they showed Ronnie Cray and he went, I don't want that bit in it, I don't want that, I don't want that. And I went, alright. And then they showed Reggie and he went, I don't want this bit, I don't want that bit, I don't want that bit.
Yeah.
And then when they showed Charlie, he went, well, look, listen, I wasn't supposed to be the baddie at all. You know what I mean? I didn't get caught for anything. I don't want this. So that, what was left
was a right mess.
Yeah, it was that, you know. But people are blinded by the myth and the romance and the
respect.
Well, yeah, respect is an easy word to throw around, right? The truth is this: had they been not locked up away from everybody and people had actually seen them, they would never have respected them, right? Because they weren't to be respected people. They were 45 years ago, right?
Yeah.
When there was only 15,000 people in Bethnal Green. They were two tasty little homosexuals that borrowed their mate's club, called it the R&R Club, pretended it was theirs.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? But if you'd have seen them, you would have never have had the respect that they've got from the public. It's because they were locked away from the general public that the myth grew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're a Craig fan, you'll never ever see them. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you could pay 50 quid to go and see him at Wembley. But the Craig's, nothing or no one is as big as a myth.
Yeah.
Right, hear me with that one. Nothing or no one is as big as the myth.
Yeah.
And they were nowhere near as romantic or as the myth.
Yeah.
Right? Even though they were my boss once. Yeah, I'm not being itty.
Yeah.
Everyone in my position that owes their financial earnings down to selling their criminal past owes a lot to the Craze, because they made it sort of all right to do, so to speak.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So the film was a bit of an abortion, but it was a good film at the time. If you'd have made a film and called it The Craze and made it anything, it would have worked, because everyone was
the Craze,
the hunger for the
knowledge.
You know that. Yeah, you know.
Do you think it was right in the producing the film and making people more aware of not the realistic image, but sort of their own interpretation of it?
Yeah, I think it's right, but I'm afraid the filmmakers are playing on general public's ignorance.
Yeah.
Right? You know, films that are going, it's about the Craze, doesn't necessarily mean everything in it is true, and they were really like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the people that got to play the Craze twins are tiny. Both of them are just 5 foot. You understand what I mean? And they never done all these. You know, the truth about the Craze is nowhere near as romantic as it's not worth a film, right? It's that the truth about the Craze, but because of the general public's hunger. Right, if I'm making a film, I could say they've done anything and we'd love to watch it.
Yeah, very well, I know.
Anything at all, I could have made it about anything at all.
Yeah.
And they would love to watch it. So as a filmmaker, he's not wrong in doing it. We're sort of wrong in believing it. And giving the authorities the ammunition to actually go, it's wrong, you shouldn't do, you know. Yeah, you know, they couldn't make it. That once there was a law that you couldn't make a cowboy film where the Indians won.
Yeah.
Right? So they didn't. You know what I mean? Once there was a law where you couldn't actually make it that the black guy was the winner, you know, the Buffalo Soldier, or he weren't allowed the medal in the Olympics. And, you know, as years go by, you know, and at the moment it's the same with the gangster thing. They're trying to blame films, video games, records on the youth of today. Well, that's not actually it, you know. It's the environment and the overpopulating thing and technology where we're not needing as many people to go to work as we used to, and there's a load of things to actually point a finger at rather than film. You understand what I mean? Yeah?
Cool. What are your plans for the future within the film industry?
In the film industry, I would like to crack on and make another movie. I would actually like to make the Dave Courtney life story, because that weren't a Dave Courtney life story that held to pay.
Yeah.
That was a mixture of a load of true events that happened, not in the same time or the same, you know, a load of true things that have happened and just all added together in one film. The reason I called myself Dave Malone is because at the time Tarantino was going to make a Dave Courtney movie out of one chapter of my book, and he wanted me to play me in the movie, and it was going to be the first time that anyone had ever played themselves in a life story. So I had to call myself Dave Malone, because I couldn't call myself Dave Courtney in this, because then he wouldn't be able to sell it as Dave Courtney's playing Dave Courtney in that. So I called myself Dave Malone. Now, the authorities went, we can't glamorise Dave Courtney. Now he's not going to do it and won't touch me like a hot potato. I wish I had called myself Dave Courtney, but I'd like a Dave Courtney movie to be made. Yeah, I'd love to make my own life story. That's what
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, we'll crack on. Hurry up, pass these things, get up there,
Yeah.
and then come back and go, oi.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool, yeah. That's it.
And that's all we got. Thank you very much.